We're going to talk about weed. Yeah, I said it. Marijuana and what effect that shouldn't have in sports. And I got Gary O'Reilly with me. Gary.
Hey, Neil.
All right. Ex footballer. Football as in soccer, I guess. I
Yes,
have to say.
round ball.
Round balls. And Chuck.
Yes.
Always good to have you, dude.
Yeah, ex-weed smoker. Ex-weed smoker and current weed smoker. So there you have it.
And future.
There you have it. Just right. And future weed smoker. So yeah, okay.
So what we've got here today is, other than Chuck having been a former weed smoker and possibly future one, we don't have particular expertise in what role any of this plays in athletic competition. So we searched our Rolodex, and we came back to one of our previous guests. It's Stacy Gruber. Stacy, welcome back to Star Talk.
Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, you're one of the world's experts on what marijuana does to the brain, to our thoughts, to our decisions, to our abilities. And let me just get your full title here: Director of Cognitive and Clinical Neuroimaging at the McLean Hospital's Brain Imaging Center. And you're an associate professor of psychiatry at Harvard Medical School. So you got all the right stuff here. And your research includes neurocognitive models and multimodal brain imaging. Ooh. And the best part here is you're assessing risk factors of substance abuse and the psychopathology of it all. Did I get that right?
You left out one thing, Neil.
What?
My hero.
Oh, okay.
You left that part out.
Okay,
Going up before that is the connection between Black people and white people coming together. Believe it or not, that was the problem. Forget all that. 2020, I believe, they removed it from Schedule 1, or I don't know if they actually removed it, or did they take a vote, but I read about it sometime. So can you tell me about that?
And what is Schedule 1? Just to put us on the same page there.
Serious question. So just a real quick history thing, again, to your point, it was part of our pharmacopoeia. Reefer madness really refers to a period of time in which the nation really fell under this spell. And there were a lot of psychosocial reasons that this happened. We won't get into it, but it fell out of favor. The Marijuana Tax Act made cannabis illegal. And it not only was removed from the pharmacopoeia, which doctors use to prescribe, not recommend or suggest, prescribe, it became illegal. In the 1970 Controlled Substance Act, it was placed in the most restrictive class, Schedule 1. Schedule 1, which by definition, gentlemen, no accepted medical value. Okay? Right. That's where cannabis sits today. Chuck, to your point.
Sitting right next to other drugs like what?
Cocaine.
Heroin. No, cocaine Schedule 2, sir.
Okay.
Chuck, did I ask you the question?
I don't know. I was just thinking about cocaine.
I'm not going to go there. That's fine.
Okay, so Schedule 1. Who's to its left and who's to its right in Schedule 1?
So cannabis sits in Schedule 1 alongside things like heroin, LSD. So no accepted medical value, which people have, of course, begun to question because individual constituents from the plant. This plant is complicated. There's over 400 compounds. 100 of these interact with our brain and body system of chemicals and receptors. The question is, if there's no accepted medical value, how is it that you have an FDA-approved medication like Epidiolex, a single extracted purified compound for kids with pediatric onset seizure disorders that's not only FDA-approved, but not in Schedule 1. So Schedule 1, by definition, most restrictive class. And to your point, Chuck, cannabis remains illegal at the federal level. In 2018, you're thinking of the Hemp Act. 2018. Yes. The Hemp Act was passed, which basically said that all cultivars or hemivars, all plants basically of Cannabis sativa L, that had less than 0.3% THC.
THC, yeah.
The primary intoxicating constituent of the plant is what gets you high. It's what our recreational or adult users are typically looking for. Every plant that had less than 0.3% THC by weight was okay. It's industrial hemp. So it's a really interesting shift that we've had because this is the proliferation that we've seen of CBD high products, products high in CBD, that may or may not have THC up to a certain point.
The IOC, which banned Sha'Carri Richardson, where are they getting their information from? Are they getting it from who's it, WADA? What is the acronym?
I think it's the World Anti-Doping Association.
Yes.
World Anti-Doping Agency.
Are they getting their inside